What's up guys, so welcome to the video. In today's video, we're going to be answering the question on how the hell is it possible for people to eat more food yet still lose fat. And at first glance, that seems quite contradictory to what I mentioned in the previous video, saying that for anyone to burn fat, they have to be in a caloric deficit. And to briefly explain what a caloric deficit means again, is that's when your body expends more calories than what you are currently consuming on a daily or even a weekly basis. And before I even talk about that main question here today, I do have to explain on why that question even exists in the first place. So once again, for us to be in a caloric deficit, we do have to consume less calories, and that to an extent does mean that we have to eat less food. And generally speaking, that kind of sucks, right? For you to be told that you have to eat less food right away, that's not a very pleasant thought, isn't it? But in the end, we still have the goals that we want to beat. We still want to burn more fat. We still want to have a leaner body. So in the end, we still have to do the work. But is there a way that we can possibly make things easier on our end? Which is why the very question arose, how can we eat more food and still burn fat? And the answer lies within the caloric value of each food item that you consume. Not all food are created equal. Some are higher in calories, some are lower in calories. And for you today, I have some examples to show on how great the difference can be between different food items. For the majority of the examples that I have for you today, they're going to be discussed in 100-gram servings. And for the first example, we have Spam versus chicken breast. Spam at 100 grams has 314 calories as compared to chicken breast per 100 grams as well, it only has 120 calories. So you can already see the great difference between Spam and chicken breast, to the point that you can even eat 200 grams of chicken breast and it's still going to be less than 100 grams of Spam. For the second example, we have corned beef versus pork loin. So for corned beef at 100 grams, it has 262 calories, while for pork loin, you only have 192. That alone is already a difference of 70 calories. And to dwell in that example even more, if you were to eat 300 grams of corned beef versus 300 grams of pork loin, that's going to spell a difference of 210 calories alone. So for the third example, we have French fries up against baby carrots. For French fries at 100 grams, you're looking at 311 calories as compared to baby carrots that have only 35 calories per 100 grams. You can already see that roughly it would take roughly a kilo of baby carrots to match the caloric content of French fries. So for the final example, we're looking at 2 Krispy Kreme donuts versus 2 slices of wheat bread. For those 2 donuts alone, you already have 354 calories as compared to 2 slices of wheat bread that only have 166 calories. So you can again see the difference, that you would take roughly 4 slices of wheat bread to match the 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. So after hearing all these examples, now you have a better idea on which kind of food that you would have to prioritize. And generally speaking, you really do have to prioritize whole foods over more processed foods, because majority of the time when you eat something processed, there are a lot of added calories, especially a lot of additional unnecessary fat. Aside from it being low in calories, another great benefit of eating more whole food items is that they tend to be a bit more filling. And I know you can already agree with me that it's going to be extremely easy to down 2 large fries as compared to eating 500 grams of chicken breast. So with that thought alone, you already know that calorie-wise, it's going to be a safer option to go for the chicken breast or even the pork loin or even the baby carrots. Well, there you have it guys. That's the answer to your question. All you have to do is to really prioritize the more whole foods and, generally speaking, avoid or lessen the total amount of the more processed or quote-unquote junk food that you would be eating. And once again, everything goes back to how many calories you're consuming and how many calories you're expending. Because at the end of the day, no matter what program you're on, no matter what meal plan you're on, your caloric balance will always dictate your body composition goals. So there you have it folks. That's the video today. See you in the next one.